Suspended ANC Secretary-General AceMagashule will return to the Bloemfontein High Court tomorrow for his corruption matter. He and his co-accused face 74 charges, including fraud, theft and money laundering. It's for their roles in the Free State asbestos eradication project. Newzroom Afrika senior reporter Dumalo Mahlaudi is live for us from the judicial capital. Dumalo, a very good evening to you. What are we expecting in court tomorrow?
Well, we certainly are expecting that the NPA, from its side, from information that we have, will not be opposing basically AceMagashule's application that is expected to be put forward for his matter to be separated from the other co-accused. This would mean that effectively his trial will then be run independent of the trials of those including Timotse Mokgesi, who was the suspended HOD of the Human Settlement Department here in the Free State Province, as well as others who are on the rap sheet. Now, this is because AceMagashule is of the view that the continual delays, and these delays are brought about because new information seems to be coming up as time goes on, and the NPA has also been saying that it has found that some of those who were on the charge sheet, those in the dock with AceMagashule, might be considering turning state witness. Now, one of the key state witnesses would be one of the administrators, former administrators in Magashule's office. And from what we know already, Kathy, is that with that particular matter, there were allegations that the said witness felt intimidated and was not necessarily sure about the turning state witness. The NPA is yet to confirm where this stands, and I suppose all will be revealed tomorrow. What we do know, however, is that with AceMagashule basically being separated from the others, it will then allow him to be tried separately, and what this means for the particular case, time will tell. The NPA, however, is adamant that they are confident that they are building a strong, solid case, and that those who have something to answer to in terms of the various allegations will certainly have their day in court. Now, the day in court, Kathy, of course, is something that AceMagashule has been calling for, saying that he feels that this particular trial and this particular matter before the High Court here is nothing more than a smear campaign and a political conspiracy to have him removed from office.
Dumalo, there are those who are concerned about this idea of separating the cases, and largely, some legal experts point back to the Sheikh matter and, the state versus Sheikh and Zuma that was ultimately separated, and they're saying, well, it was partly because of the separation of that case that we now have the former president still having to be brought before the court so many decades after the fact, and that is presenting its own set of challenges in terms of the kind of evidence that can actually be gathered and be brought when it comes to strengthening any kind of case that the state may have. Are there not concerns about that, so that separating this case could well present other types of problems, including making for a weaker state, a weaker case rather?
Well, one would certainly suggest from how the NPA is not really opposing what AceMagashule's legal team is putting forward, and certainly saying that it feels that it has certainly a strong case, and allowing this process to go forward. It would indicate, Kathy, that the NPA has been doing its homework, and in terms of the list of witnesses, in terms of the evidence, in terms of the paper trail that it would have to try and, AceMagashule on those, charges including corruption, racketeering, money laundering, etc., it would feel that it has a strong case. And this would be certainly in no small part due to the testimonies of those who appeared before the Zondo Commission of Inquiry, several people implicating Magashule quite strongly. And of course now what would be one of the key issues to how the state prosecution goes would be, of course, the so-called star state witness, someone who is very close to Magashule as a business associate, and also keeping very close notes in terms of transactions, in terms of Magashule's diary. So this would then effectively either prove the state's case or, exonerify the embattled former Secretary-General of the ANC. So this will just remain to be seen exactly how the state builds its case and what happens going forward when we begin proceedings in court tomorrow.
Well, Tumali, I guess whichever way you look at it, justice delayed is justice denied, and given the implications for the suspended ANC Secretary-General, AceMagashule, he would certainly want to see this matter be completed as quickly as possible. Tumali is going to be watching those proceedings for us in Bloemfontein, and he'll have the very latest for you where that court case is concerned coming through on the channel tomorrow.